Welcome, Nate. Here we are again. How are you doing?
Hello again.
So, it's the Georgie and Nate show.
It's becoming that way, and I'm loving this. I'm loving these chats we're having.
Me
Loving.
too. Me too. So, I just want you to introduce yourself as your angel name.
Yeah, so my name is Arael Azaran. It was a name that was gifted to me from Spirit, and it means bringing joy, laughter, and wonder back into people's lives by showing them how resilient they are and reconnecting them with their life.
And wow, you certainly do that 100%. And well, I guess I got my angel name through channeling the angel that I thought was an external angel, and she gave the name Love, and then I realized Love was actually my angel within. And then the lovely Nick did a guided meditation for me to get my spiritual name, and the spiritual name I got was Aquamarina Amore, or
Wow.
amor, which is love. And I was like, oh yeah, that's love. So it's
Wow.
like aquamarine love. It's like, yeah. So anyway, we are here for this video to share our insights into Archangel Michael, as we both called him, funnily enough.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so I thought we'd start by maybe you talking about your experience with Michael.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful experience. And I'm really glad I can talk about it here today. I've worked with angels for a long time, and I was about 12 when I actually saw an angel, which was Archangel Metatron. And he gave me symbol, and actually symbol I got, and I didn't realize for about, I don't know if it's going to show up. It
Yeah.
wasn't quite this. It was a six-pointed star, but it actually ended up to be the starting point of actually creating um this symbol, which is associated with Angel Metatron.
Hmm.
But more recently, about 4 years ago, I was in bed. It was the middle of the night, and I was asleep, and I just heard this voice, this deep, deep, deep voice. I won't say beautiful yet because I'll explain what happened. This beautiful voice went, Mikayel. I jumped out of bed because it was so strong. It was not a dream. It was in the room, and when I woke up, the room was pulsating with this energy.
Hmm.
It was pulsating with this energy, and I was absolutely petrified, but then after that, I was like, well, it wasn't actually, it was just a deep voice. It wasn't being scary because when you can understand tone, it just changed everything. So I actually settled right down, and it was really interesting. What I loved about it was it took me a little while to work out Mikayel is actually Michael, and he was introducing himself to me as the name that he likes to go by. So Archangel Michael, Mikayel. And when I had that beautiful aha moment, oh, now I know who it was. I realized what his message was for me, and it was a wake-up call. It was like, it's time to start doing the work. It's time to start being in the present moment. It's time to
Hmm.
start being here and turning up and showing up.
Hmm.
And I will tell you, Georgie, oh love, that he has been with me every single time I need him
Hmm.
and every single time I didn't need him.
Hmm.
And I can say that would be the same for everybody because it's what he does. It's what he does. And it's his most incredible energy. And you can already feel him starting to, well, he's actually, he's here, he's there, and he's probably whoever's listening to this. I can tell you that he's with you now. So, and
He's
what I love about this,
omnipresent, isn't he? He's
he's omnipresent.
omnipresent.
He can be anywhere, anytime. at the same anywhere, anytime in the same place at the same time. So he can actually there can actually be multiple versions of him in the same place as well. So
Mm.
if you really need him, he can come up, he can turn up twice, three times, four times, five times, six times. I did a beautiful meditation earlier this week where there was six of him with a beautiful group meditation. But it's beautiful. He turns up. He turns up when you need him, and he's also there when you if you don't need him, because I'm going to say it's a job. It's job's probably not the right word, but it's just what he does.
Yeah.
What he does.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's really, really like I'm getting a message from him. I mean, as you know, I taught Charlie Yamana, and he's been on a journey and clearing and clarity, but he needs a bit of strength right now. And Michael was saying in my ear, it's time for you to give me to Charlie, because I've got a Michael necklace in silver, and it's time for me to give it to Charlie. So I will do that. So for me, I've not. I used to do a lot of channeling and trance, and I used to trance different angels. I've sort of shied away from it because I think it's something that me and you can explore together, because I feel like I need someone else with me to sort of bring me back. We're not going to be trancing tonight or anything like that, because we know what we're meant to do. Mikayel came to me this morning and said, you need to make a video tonight for with my energy. I am needed. People need to remember to call upon me and my strength and my legion of angels. So why do I call him Mikayel? Well, weirdly enough, when I started doing angelic harmony therapy, I call in the angels' names. And I just started singing Mikayel, Mikayel. Oh, you want me to call you Mikayel? That's how spirit and angels work with me. It's often through song. But when I channeled him, it was really funny because I remember him coming through, and he was quite comical with it because his energy was so different. Raphael, I'm wearing green. Raphael was my first.
Oh,
My,
I'm wearing blue. I
oh
actually
no,
I didn't realize. Yeah, there you go.
I
This
have
color
got a
for
bit of
me.
blue.
Hey, and actually, not Georgie. I'm wearing like a kind of a kind of. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, we're matching. We don't make this. We don't do this on purpose. It just happens.
No, we don't.
But basically, I was very much used to working with Raphael. I had an instant connection with Raphael, and then when Mikayel stepped in, it was like, oh, I sense your sort of like just different, so different. It was so obvious, yeah. And the
It's really commanding, and it makes you feel safe. And what I think is really important about it is when his energy comes in, he's actually giving you the courage and you the strength to step into your power and your energy, because and I've spoken about this a few times, is that we close our energy down, and we really need to make sure that our energy is open, so the energy can flow through us, so that we can, if something is not right, or if something bad is happening, or even something is good happening, the energy, we can walk through the energy, or we can move through that energy. But when he comes in, he gives you that protection, that you know that you are safe to move forward.
yeah,
Move forward, because what is our job in this? What is the one thing that we need to do in this life? It's to grow. It's to grow, and that's all we need to do. As long as we're moving forward and we don't actually get stuck in a rut. And he's beautiful, one of the most incredible. Yeah, they're telling me not to say that word because it's wrong. It's just one of the most beautiful ways. That's a better word. to
Oh,
be able to do that. I was going to say tool, but he's not a tool. He's not a
no,
tool
no.
because it's
He's
and yeah, but a way, a
he's
beautiful way.
he's away. He's a well, my belief is because obviously we're all connected and we're all one. So for me, we all have an essence of Archangel Michael within us. So when
Yeah.
I'm inviting people to call his name or sing his name and invoke him, it's also invoking that essence of God is my strength that is in within you, that is within every cell of your body, that's just waiting for you to like tap into and
And
harness.
he wants you to be able to tap into that. He wants you to be able to tap into your strength. He wants you to overcome fears. Fears like going for an audition or going for a job interview. It doesn't always have to be this, it can be even just asking somebody out on a date. Or even if you're going on a date and they've already said yes to you, just going through the door of the restaurant or wherever you're going to meet, that can be scary. He can give you that little bit of a push. So it gives you that beautiful he gives you that beautiful feeling of being empowered
Mm,
and resilience. And he also is really great for cutting cords that are holding you back because I was talking about the growth before. And what's really great about him is like when you imagine you got all these like hooks in you and you're like da, 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 let him come in with this beautiful sort of light, this beautiful blue, sapphire blue sort of light, and he can cut it all off and you can step forward and move forward and just imagine that just if you want to work with him, just bring him in, call him in and just let him cut some of those cords, and you can start to walk forward with that same confidence that he's showing you, which is that exactly what you're talking about, that essence that you're
yeah.
bringing back to you.
Absolutely. I think people can get sort of like too bogged down with the knowledge, and I don't feel that knowledge is necessary. It's about the feeling, and it's not about, what does he look like, what's his color, because
Oh,
some people, although yes, his color is sort of like a sapphire cobalt blue,
yeah, yeah.
for some other people, they might see him. Well, my eye's just been taken to a Mr. Man toy. Do you have Mr. Men
We know Mr.
Sweden?
Men. Which
Yeah.
Mr. Man? Which
Well,
Mr.
there's
Man
this
is it?
blue Mr. Man over there. Michael's taking my eye to that. And it's like he might show up in a completely different way because, some handsome tall geezer with a sword might be scary for some people. So
Absolutely,
be open
absolutely.
to how, and you might not see him, you might not hear him, you might not sense him, but you might just know. It's,
Well,
it's,
I was just gonna say that too. I know they said that his sword is blue. You're correct. That is for me. But I know people that see him as red as like passion and
okay.
so one of the really interesting things about any of this work is that how you perceive like one of the I'm going to say dangers of this work. One of the things that can hold you back is you can hear somebody talk about an angel, this is what they're like. But then we put labels on it, we categorize, we go, that's what I should see. But actually, they might be talking to you really gently over here. And
Mm.
you turn around and you might see red instead of blue. And that's because they're talking to you in a different way. But another way I can talk about experiencing Archangel Michael is he's like you're standing in the middle of a raging storm, but you're actually standing there and the wind is actually going around you. Like the rain is like you're standing strong in your power. That's the type of like power. So that's another way you can experience him. That, like when you're saying it's a feeling, it's so there's so many different ways to experience him. And also
Absolutely.
he can come through really gently as well. Because sometimes you just might need a little bit of a push and
Exactly.
that's the
He
beautiful.
knows what we need. So, what I was thinking was for everyone that's listening, you could call him in if you don't mind and hold the space,
Yeah.
and I will sing the vibrations, work with his legion of angels, work with the seraphim, the higher beings that want to come through energetically and work with him in to enable people to one, sense him, connect with him, and also allow any cords to be cut.
Beautiful. So, I'm going to start off with, and if you've ever heard or spoken with me before, I do a thing called the diamond point. So I'm going to just start with the diamond point behind my back. So what it does, it actually calls in, and I don't know if you can hear a little bell. It's Ollie getting the zoomies. Oh, almost on call. Look at this. Look at this. Ready? He's just here. He's just here. He's coming.
Oh,
There, look, there he is.
I can see him.
He's coming just as we're calling him. Ollie, you ready for Archangel Michael? I think he knows. Isn't that crazy? All right. I'm doing the diamond point, which is just something, it's an activation that I do, but it also raises my frequency because it's how I work with angels. So I'm just going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And I actually don't need to call him in because he's already here, but I am going to say his name 3 times because wherever you are listening to this, the name is important. So Mikayel, Mikayel, Mikayel.
Hold my hand. I am here to guide you. I walk beside you. Hold my hand. Never fear. I am here. Oh, my hand. Oh, by the light, by the light, by the light of your heart, I can see you're calling me. By the light of your soul, by the light of your soul, I can tell you now, you are whole. By the light of your soul. Uya narashia naratisi narashia naratisi narasha aya naratisi iya. Uya narasha iya. Ya naratisi iya a narasha a. Ya naratisa a iya naratisi iya. Uya a narasha a iya. Uya naratisi iya narashia. And the message that's coming forward is go in peace, go in strength, go in love, for they go together.
Georgie, I got a message coming through too,
Wonderful, wonderful.
and the message is, what are you striving for that's keeping you out of the present moment? The greatest courage is to be in the now. Living in the past and the future is escaping your potential. The greatest courage is to be in the now. And light attracts light.
Mhm.
Light attracts light.
That's beautiful. Angels of a feather flock together. I feel really peaceful yet strong and invincible. It'd be really interesting if those of you listening let us know how you're feeling. If you've got any questions for us, we would love to be able to answer you. So please leave any questions for us and we'll get back to you. That's yeah.
That music was beautiful that you brought through, Georgie. But I want to say thank you, because that was really just that actually centered me, which is exactly what his message was as well, to come back to center. It was just
Right.
you, so it actually doubled up with that beautiful sound you brought through. Just brought everything back. Like it was almost like a beautiful, gentle wave, because he doesn't always work hard, does he? He's just beautiful and soft, just to
Mm,
gently get you where you need to. But
yeah.
it's completely powerful at the same time, because he's able to do what he does.
Yeah.
So thank you for that beautiful that you brought through.
That's well, I mean it just sort of came through. What can I say? I didn't prepare it, it just came through. So I'll have to listen back and then maybe look into working it into a proper vocal track.
Yeah, love it.
It started off as one of Seraphisa's Hold My Hand. Started off with that and then it segued into a whole new thing.
Love it.
So I'm feeling we're going to end up doing a series of different angels each week potentially. But
I'm so on board with that, because I'm so on board with that. I'm saying yes, we are, because the beautiful thing about different angels and getting to know the different angels is then you know which ones to work with,
yeah,
and there's so many. There's so many. There's so many, and we live these really fast track lives, and we and we what I always say, like we walk along the streets and we're on our phones and we're looking down, but we have to disconnect to connect. And this is just really about connection.
yeah,
And I believe, I don't not believe, I know they are very excited that we can introduce some of these angels in a different way to other people
yeah,
along the way, that maybe not known how to work with them, or not known anything about them, or just not known about the energy. And I'm going to say, Georgie, this whole session is a very different energy to some of our other sessions. It's
yes,
just feels beautiful.
it
Beautiful
does.
day. It's 8:30 in the morning here in Sydney. And what time is it there?
9:30 at night.
At night. Yeah, beautiful way for me to start the day.
And a lovely way for me to go to sleep, knowing that
See?
I've worked with Archangel Michael and spent some time with you.
Oh, and the same. Something to look forward to when I woke up. Yeah. Uh,
Well, I guess we'll say goodbye to everyone.
yes.
And any questions? Yeah, please do. You contact us, message us, and of course, reach out to us on our websites. If you've got any promotions going on, Nate, teaching?
Well, I'm teaching my first, I'm starting to teach Humana. We did the Humana training in Melbourne where we actually got to meet in person.
Yeah.
So workshops are coming up this year, and I'll be teaching in Brisbane as well as Hervey Bay and as well as Sydney. And I've got the first one coming up on March 30, and it's just looking like I love these workshops because the right people are there, the right people
Yeah,
that come in at the right time, and it's just
absolutely.
beautiful energy. And I love, it's a full day workshop. It's you don't rush through it. We
No.
take our time, you get to know it, and but anyway, that's a whole different topic. But I'll say those workshops are coming up. But promotion is, I would say, you saw us earlier do the Diamond Point, which is a way of connecting in with angels. If you're interested in what that is and how it works, then absolutely get in touch because the feedback I've been having from that has been wonderful. So the Diamond Point would be as I just it's not as special, but it's special.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, no,
And
like,
uh,
my son's going to be putting on Heavenly Harmony on my website properly soon. I'm also teaching Yamana and Pellowah, and I'm teaching it in various places. I'm hoping that I'll go back to Denmark to teach. So,
wow.
yeah.
Georgie, I just wanted to also tell you, I had a beautiful Heavenly Harmony session last night with the lovely Nick, who you spoke about
Oh,
it earlier. Because
wonderful.
we're doing a beautiful one of those beautiful swaps where I'm
Ah,
trading. He's giving me a Heavenly Harmony, and I'm going to give him Humana. But I just want to say that Heavenly Harmony last night was again beautiful. Like it's such a wonderful how I went to bed last night was having this Heavenly Harmony. And I just wanted to say that's also something that I want to say thank you for bringing into my life as well. So
oh, you're so
it's
welcome.
incredible.
That's
So
the
it's
beauty of like how it was brought through that
yeah,
because it's quite oral for people, the music and everything, it can be taught online. The achievements can be done. So
yeah,
anyway,
yes,
they go well together.
absolutely.
So we'll say goodbye to everyone
Yes.
and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Lots of
The
love,
angel in
everyone.
me honors the angel in you.
And the angel in me honors the angel in
We'll
you.
catch you soon. Thanks, Georgie.
Thanks, Nate.